Alright, let's go. Give it a Zekali. If they get Zeka on that Azir like in game 1, and this turns into a normal game that GenG are comfortable with, then we'll adjust expectations. Right now, GenG is still favored, like what, 1.4 to 2.8. That's where there's some faith. There's some super DRX faithful out there who is just banking right now. The Caitlyn. Okay. Alrighty. Clean slate. Peanut takes the Viego. They're taken away from Pyosik. If Zeka gets his Silas, that'll be just as dangerous. Varus for Deft. Pyosik going back to his Kindred. No! That's throwing it down. That is Pyosik just throwing it down. The double AD carry workout, and if they have to... Well, they secure the rest of their bot lane with this because they need that front line. Gragas and Ornn are like the go-to tanks for this. Chovy about to pull out the Faker card. Chovy about to pull out the Rise? No. Oof. I don't like the Renekton. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh. Yone King it. No. Azir for Zeka? Or Corki would be weird. No, Gragas topside. Gragas can hold out against... Gragas can nullify and outdo Renekton, so I do like that. That still provides this front line. It still provides this front line for these 280 carries to run it. And GenG had a really good setup. They really delayed Pyosik getting to 4 marks by 25 minutes or something like that. It was way late in the game before Pyosik even got to the kind of power spike that needs to be hit on Kindred. You're gonna get rid of Renata. I don't think the Karma is gonna be a worthy ban from. Affiliate's taken away from Ruler. Sure, but this feels like a toss away right now. Ruler's only played 5 games of that all year. Lulu. Ezreal. No, it's Sivir. So that is 480 carry. All the bans on the side of DRX are to make the bot lane comfortable. So what does Ruler go to? He goes back to his Ezreal, which is like comfortable, but it's definitely going to actually limit the carry potential. They've taken away the Karma, so the Ezreal is kind of sus. Yeah, Samira Nautilus would be nutty. Ashe. It's a def pick. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay. It has not gone well. It has not gone well. What are you going in with that? Is the Camille coming through then? I like that. I like that. I like the Xayah. Xayah has shown itself quite well. Quite well. For the few times that it's shown up here at Worlds, it performed very well. I like the Xayah pick. Are they gonna... I don't think that's gonna be it. Rakan? No, Nautilus. There we are. Massive lockdown. This bot lane should blow up. This bot lane needs to blow up. What's the support gonna be? What's Barrel taking? Yeah. Braum would actually do very well with the 3 melees. They're thinking about it. Yep. Stop the feathers from returning. This is a very different game. This is a very different game. DRX does feel low on damage though. It does feel low on damage on their side.
Empowering the level 1. We'll see if DRX want to go for anything. Braum, one of the strongest level 1s in the game. And GenG, again, finally ready to fight fire with fire. So many skirmishing tools that they can look to leverage, but for the first time in this series, we are not looking to Zeka. We are looking towards Def, we are looking towards Pyosik as the dual carries on this lineup to bring it home for DRX.
I don't like the Galio on Zeka. It's not his style of champion that will let him actually like go off. I don't like it. I know let me think about this. Right, like there's several ults that end up on that side that would have been good for the Silas.
Giving every single member on their team the opportunity to step up. It is not just Ruler and Chovy anymore, but Peanut and Doran getting in on the equation. Potential for this Renekton and Viego to absolutely take over the game. Something that has to be respected.
I think the Xayah gave them good scaling because of the on-hits, right? You know, Xayah, with crit items 3 or 4 can be a huge pain to deal with. We saw T1 around the Elder Dragon against RNG do something similar with Gumayushi on that Xayah. But the Renekton, Viego, Nautilus just hurts your scaling so much as a composition. I think GenG's best spike is always going to be the mid-game, and if they don't get ahead, the longer the game goes against Braum, Varus, Kindred, they run out of gas, they run out of steam to actually get the backline down. So Chovy needs to get the ball rolling and get Zeka under his tower, but Zeka's running Predator, and he's going to try to match these Ghost Realm Warp Roams with his Global and his Keystone.
And you can see Zeka identifying it's not about him versus Chovy. It's about getting his lanes ahead. We're going to have to see him show us more again. We've seen what he can do. We can see him solo carry, but now he needs to support and get the rest of the team. DRX have the luxury. They can't afford to lose one more. They can also close it out here, and for GenG, it is now do or die. Betting it all on Chovy's rise, on Ruler's Xayah, Peanuts, Viego, Doran's Renekton. This is high-stakes League of Legends.
GenG haven't really been in a position like this for a very long time where they're down in a series. You talked about Braum level 1. DRX agree. Double AD carry with a Braum.
Yep, Braum just lets you run in like this.
What is he going to do? He's going to run around here. He
Yep.
can wrap towards the enemy blue. This would be really smart, actually. What he's going to do is do the switcheroo, run to the enemy blue buff, take that while they're on his red. Bit of smoke and mirrors here by Peanuts. Really smart decision-making.
Very good.
The enemy jungle and do the exact same thing to Pyosik. They don't actually have a ward on the entrance, so DRX have no clue that this is happening. And as Pyosik clears out these bot camps, you'll think to go towards...
Yes, that's actually going to be great. This is fantastic, yeah. Peanut takes this. Pyosik takes chickens. Now, where does Peanut go? I don't think he goes up to Wolves. I think he goes to Gromp. Chovy should be aware of what's happening, so he should be safe. At least the one chicken up. Pyosic's not wise to this at all. He's going to be able to get away with this. So very good trade out. Yep. He'll not know this for a long time. He will not know this for a very long time. And Peanut's going to actually have a clean calculation of what's going on across the map. So Peanut with a knowledge advantage here. Pyosik could have deduced what's happening. Or he might be expecting him topside. So Pyosik will piece this together. What can Peanut get done? This isn't exactly hurting anyone or anything.
Pushing, of course, Galio early on can be very frustrating to deal with as we get later into the game. Chovy may be able to run circles around him. It'll be more about the big taunts, the big engages in the fights for the Galio. Meanwhile, on the top side, as expected, Renekton coming out on top early on. And Pyosik potentially going to show his face here in the top lane. A lot of good setup for him, the mounting dread. Going to make short work of that Renekton if they can make the play happen.
Good idea there from Pyosik. Do Krugs into red.
Oh, Peanut? We have a lane gank here, or just posturing to make sure dominance gets asserted?
I think they're get the wave in. Maybe they feel threatened by a Kindred gank because of the split map. But the crab is up, and they're going to deny the mark. They're going to deny the stack, and Piosik
So this is a really good start.
I think Doran here can
I really
take
think DRX have undercut themselves with this draft.
for Piosik to pick up, and Peanut will look towards mid here.
Team
Zeka
fight
has
does
cracked
kind of
the
go
wave.
in their
Piosik looking to
favor.
set up onto the mid laner. Nothing to do there, though.
Peanut showing his face
Peanut's
a lot,
taking a
starting to
long
create
time, though.
pressure
He's not going to
early.
get a full
Anytime
clear off
he
for a
sees
while. He's going to
someone
get the
go
one
right,
chicken here.
two-camp lead
But that's going to be...
the CS going awry and just leap over the wall here, but will be
Oh,
spotted by the
nice.
Shovel Crab.
So these were already grabbed by others.
Take that one.
Oh, this timing from Doran doesn't spot out Piosik. Puts a ward on the blue buff, though.
Where's Peanut gonna go?
He's going to start it up.
It's going to spot him right there.
No smite. That ward from Piosik will spot Peanut as he moves. Chovy has mid push, but he's extremely low on mana, and Kingen is fighting Doran right now to make this an isolated 1v1. Piosik doesn't have the smite though, so he doesn't have the confidence to pull it out and try to finish. Piosik thinks Peanut doesn't know he's there, but he actually does. That's why Chovy's making sure he's around. Doran hasn't come down just yet. 2v1 in favor of DRX as of...
Waiting on the smite.
Yeah, smite's coming up. He's got it.
Joshik just gonna take this one away. Great use
Yeah,
of
this is
waves
working
there.
out.
The side of DRX, Kingen opting for a trade. Zeka
That's actually going to work out
taking
for him.
advantage of the fact that Chovy
This is
is
going to be a
out of
pretty good
mana.
lead
Has
for...
to use that burnt
Yeah,
mana
sick
while he
Peanut, are
pressure
you?
in this lane, and
Peanut doesn't feel safe enough to take the scrump right now.
Peanut doesn't know where Piosik is still. There's a ward on topside river. There's a ward on the scuttle, of course, as well. But Piosik is based in fog, so he's still unsure where Piosik is. So was a bit hesitant to start this one up. But I think given the amount of time that he's spent not seeing him, he can assume that Piosik is backed away and moved towards his bot side camps, which have respawned. That Gromp's actually level 2, so that helps him out.
There he goes. So Piosik heading up bot side. He gets the full reset.
Contesting bot waves.
He still feels decently ahead. It's maybe like a one camp difference right now. That's be a slight engage.
Be a bit of a trade back
And
forth. Will not connect, but Piosik
trade win for
now showing his
GenG by
face
a little
once
bit.
again on the bottom side of the map. I think maybe hoping to catch a respawn here on one of the camps instead. Level 4, but happy to solo the dragon.
See if their bot lane can move. I think
They might have spotted him, actually. They might know he's there.
Sneaking this one under their nose. DRX are actually holding the way. Beryl's playing bodyguard here. What he's doing is stopping Lehens from getting into the river despite not having push. He's just body blocking the enemy supports from being able to check or get information. He needs to be careful though, because Peanut is behind GenG's bot
And
lane.
PS62 is too low to actually join this fight.
Is also super
Piosik is going to
low.
inch this one out.
They're getting aggressive.
It's going to be a big thing. Barrel, oh, you're low here. Oh, this might actually be dangerous.
Piosik just trying to take the dragon. It's
Zeka has arrived here. Piosik is so low. Can smite this. There we go.
barely they will find it now. Body blocking, stepping forward.
Do they go away from it?
The bouncer at the door, making sure Chovy will not find first blood.
And Chovy flashes there to try to get the EW, but Piosik dashes over the wall to drop vision. That means that Chovy cannot land that. It would be ideal if Chovy can get the root, because then Peanut can flash stun. But Piosik was having none of it. Very risky, I have to say, from Piosik. Took him so long to get that down. Doran levels up to 6, he should be alright. But he almost died and lost the dragon there. That would have been such a big waste of time for the Kindred.
But the absolute confidence, again, that Piosik is playing with right now, incredible to watch. Outmaneuvering a little bit here in the early game as well as sneaking away. Of course, it does cost Barrel his flash. DRX, bot lane, very aware of what they needed to commit. Trying to make sure that dragon would go down uncontested. Right now, big advantage on the bottom side, 46 to 61. Ruler's going to make up most of that. But
Yeah.
Be a small edge to Deft.
Deft and Barrel have done a very good job, actually.
It keeps the pressure on.
It's only 200 gold lead.
Up very, very soon in the next minute.
Nothing
And
too
DRX
drastic
will
has
establish
occurred
something
just
topside
yet.
control. They don't want GenG to get that herald, to get the ball rolling. Chovy's got the spell book, so
GenG have done a very good job so far to actually get the herald.
So I expect GenG to contest it as well. Doran's had the top push the majority of this game, but Kingen's very happy on this. Gragas will just be a massive meatball for his team, disrupt the fights with the ultimate. And he's slowly stacking this wave, I think, because of the herald spawn, but Piosik's taking a base, and GenG have the majority of their pinks on the bot side of the map. You can see that kind of line from their entrance to the bot side brush. And it's just a question of which bot lane moves first.
Absolutely is. One of the nice things about Zaya, obviously, she can match that wave clear when she's given access to the wave. Those feathers, the pullback, giving you so much control. Lehens level 6 around the corner. Hook now going to
This could be the... Oh, Barrel. Put down. Still absorbing it quite well. That is the prio move for GenG. They're going to take them time on over. Herald Spawn is the name of the game, I believe.
Chovy's basing without TP. That pink ward might spot them if they look for Zeka, and they're just here to catch the wave. But we'll see what DRX does to respond, because I think Peanut's going to start that herald up. Piosik is on the way. Deft is still bot lane. Isn't actually started yet. No, he did. So he's pulling it out.
Peanut's getting it
Pyosik around,
started.
Peck's moving up, but
Doran
GenG
gets
have all the players
prio.
to know exactly where DRX
Alright, this is
are,
looking
and
pretty good for
he-
GenG. Chovy has returned.
So they need to hit a hook. Barrel could be close to 6 as well as Lehens on this mid wave. They're going to contest it.
Remember, this is the top side power that GenG drafted for. Fishing for that stun now. You can see
Zeka's
Diego on the
in
push,
range,
waiting.
so he can be there. But what's the all-in?
Now Lehens
It's
looking
gonna be a hook. Oh boy, Lehens is gonna be in trouble here. He's gonna put the barrier up.
should surely fall.
It's gonna be 2 knockups. Now they gotta need to move here. Lehens gotta get super low, and he's gotta get taken out here by Zeka. But they're so low here. Barrel needs to run. But now here comes the run in. Peanut, can he get a reset onto anyone? Def stepping forward here, putting out the damage. There's going to be a great recall here. Ruler's going to step up. He cannot get Barrel down. Def flashes away. And now here comes the chase and the run here. Zeka's in the middle of everyone, but there's not much for him to do. Great sniper. Barrel's going to... Peanut's going to get smashed by Kingen, and everyone is so low on the side here. Ruler is trying to catch this, trying to get someone else out. Barrel's going to get chased down by Doran. And GenG are starting this out strong.
Such a back and forth fight. It turns into a 2-for-2. I believe Lehens falling very, very early on in that fight, but he's back towards this Herald. GenG will start it up. Pyosic's move towards the bot side to pick up his mark on the crab, so they will lose this objective. Very messy there.
Okay.
Didn't get his combo off. I think his flash didn't
Okay.
close enough distance to be able to get onto the back line of DRX. We'll see this again. So Lehens just hooks. He gets a little bit of vision knowing that someone's in that bush from Chovy. Goes onto Barrel, but Pyosik doesn't panic and use the Lamb's respite. He just focuses down the Nautilus. As he dies, he ults for Barrel to get the heal. Zeka zones away Ruler. The ultimate from Deft is good, but let's watch Doran there. I think he tried to flash stun, but he didn't get it onto Pyosik. His huddled in move could be a spectator bug. And then Ruler is the one who turns this, gets Barrel low. Peanut chunks them out. DRX.
Zeka flails on that one.
The last second route from Def's ulti there, catching out the Renekton, catching out Doran, stopping him from getting more. Look at the blinking health bars, the unbreakable from Barrel. He should have died in the first exchange. He dies in the end, but he keeps his team standing. Excellent back and forth, but finally...
See, I don't know what the actual point of engage is for DRX. Like, they can't pick their fights. Lehens can pick a fight. Chovy can get a massive positioning advantage. Like that's the advantage of Rise, but I don't know how DRX sort of start fights. Death Flash ults in. That's not what you want. Pyosik has nothing to provide for that. King can do a Flash ultimate. Same for Barrel. Like, it's not... There's no consistent sort of engage options on the side of DRX.
Doran is just giving up top waves. He doesn't have TP. He needs to be here in time for this fight. So DRX will probably have to give this one up. We'll see what they can get in response. Kingen will be way too late, and Pyosik as well. But he's going to try his best to get down there by the looks of it. They're going to start it up though.
GenG, big Barrel.
Oh, good pick. Yeah, this is how it's going to go. This is how it's going to go. Barrel's going to absorb so much damage here right now. It's going to be an ultimate. It's going to be a counter ult. And that's Lehens dead. This counter dive is going to work out here with Barrel. This dragon, it's going to get secured by Pyosik. Peanut, he can't get in. And this is where it's so hard to figure out who to go for here. It's so hard.
You're not getting out. You get locked up, you get stunned, you get knocked up, and all of the damage that you try to do on that hook just gets blocked by the Braum. So, really good pickup there by Barrel from the draft. Trying to get this wave in, gets the stack on the cannon, gets the kill, and gets the dragon. Ocean Soul this time around, but DRX
Certainly are. Pyosik waiting in the darkness.
They're going to go in. Chovy. Chovy goes golden. It's going to outweigh the taunt. Going to get some damage there. He's going to be able to get the flash away. A little bit of counter damage. Flash and Ghost.
Tough spot to contest these mid waves. Pyosik doing work around the map. If you'd have told me 2 months ago Pyosik would be 1 game from a World's Finals, I would think you're a madman. I think you're crazy. But this series...
And GenG right back up to a 1.9.
one of the best junglers in the LCK, and he might find another kill here. Doran, no flash, gets knocked, but he'd slice and dice his way away. But that's another mark for the Kindred, sitting at 3 in 12 minutes.
And again, this is the story of DRX. They were not the team that was supposed to make it out of LCK. A lot of people had Sandbox, no matter who you had. See now, though, Deft can survive the dive here. Stepping forward, charge going to come in.
Gold's only going to go onto Peanut. It's not going to go onto Ruler.
DRX constantly surviving, constantly evolving to push further and further into this tournament. But GenG are the first seed in the LCK for a reason. You saw in the last fight how much damage Ruler did with 0 items under his belt. Have to respect the potential as we get later into this game.
And you just touched on it a little bit earlier on. I'll save that for now as we watch this.
I love this. I like that there's this turn option. But they kind of end up putting themselves in too dangerous of a position.
To go knock up as well from the Brown. Chain CC is too much for Lehens, and he falls. DRX get the dragon. But you just talked about it. A lot of people thought Sandbox would be the 4th seed from the LCK. Prince was having a fantastic split, and their mid jungle was finding so much success on things like Ari and Vi, but DRX overcame them despite losing in the first round of playoffs to them. They overcame KT, and they've overcome everything. Worlds is where miracles happen, and we can see that right now from DRX. I've never seen a player like Zeka have such an incredible upwards trajectory in the space of 1 or 2 months.
Has to be the most meteoric rise in history for any individual player. To go from middle of the pack to potentially the
Barrel misses that. Piosik, oh boy, here comes the knock up. I'm sorry, Trophy, but you're not long for this world here. And Peanut's gonna have to ult across it. He gets the blast cone, it's gonna save him. But there is a proactivity to DRX right now that they're pulling out. Kingen is gonna just chase Peanut to the ends of the earth right now. That's good, but can Doran get out of here? He's got plenty of damage to pull through. Peanut's trying to threaten it. The Dominus has been put out, but here comes the marks. And he gets it. Flash. Flash in the slice and dice to make it happen. DRX with the proactive plays right now.
Piosik's turn from a liability to a powerhouse jungler. Him and Beryl are running the map right now. Q-Flash misses from Beryl onto Chovy, but new kid on the block. Zeka lands the taunt, and they get the kill onto the mid laner of GenG. The dive works. Peanut gets out, but DRX got what they came for.
That follow-up, though.
With no flash that they forced earlier on.
Even with Beryl missing everything, the call is still good. And Zeke is able to actually just save that play and convert the kill.
Kept the stopwatch or vice versa, but burned everything and so had nothing left to defend himself. Flash just around the corner. Will be able to survive the next play, but DRX already setting up a chokehold on the top side of the map, ready for the next Herald. It's a checklist here for DRX. Push out lanes, make sure you cover, set down vision, push out the next wave, then look for the setup in denying their face checks. But bit of an awkward spot right now.
No great item disparities. I do like the tank Gragas. There's something very impressive about that character when it's full tank, still doing damage, and healing itself quite aggressively compared to most any other tank.
Doesn't want to stay in that pit for too long. DRX don't have any point and click engage without the Gragas flash, but they have a lot of threat. That means GenG cannot be the ones to engage. The hook cannot connect because there's no stopwatch, and Beryl will turn the fight with the Unbreakable. Chovy's here. Zeka's here. DRX have started up the Herald.
Push in. That's gonna be a hook onto Beryl, but no follow up. They're trying to get his Unbreakable out, so he's an easier target to hit. Below half health, 3,000 health left on the Herald. We gotta move into some direction. The hook goes on to King, but he just goes away, and now that's gonna be eye picked up for Piosik. Kind of a waste of time for GenG. Zeka's just trying to get this wave pushed. Using that global to keep the pressure up elsewhere.
They do not want to give this one up. No ultimates used on either side. King using the wall on the hook. Beryl face check.
Bro, they can just face check into this.
Again, the second the concussive blows have marked you, it is so hard for you to dive into the back line. There's a Braum, there is a Kindred. You need so much.
It's gonna make it so impossible for Doran to get this.
So much pressure on both these teams fighting for a Worlds final. DRX are going to start it up. Chovy a little bit split, has the realm open.
Waiting for this dragon to pull through. They've got it. Realm Warp's gonna pull it into an interesting direction. Half health. Doran's in the pit. Piosik's right there. This could be the hook in onto Beryl, but he puts up the Unbreakable, and now here comes the two-man ultimate from Zeka. The taunt comes through. Lehens, he is so low right now, but now counter damage. Piosik is down. Doran actually doing some major damage here. Lehens is gone. Chovy is fine with Kindred in the back, but he's going to be able to flash away from this, and GenG have won the fight. It's just King and Indeft, and GenG have pulled it out. Holy.
Isn't enough to stop the soul point and stop DRX in their tracks of finding themselves towards a Worlds final.
And again, we talked about the pressure in that fight, but GenG pulled off. They execute. Now trying to keep the pressure up. That bot lane tower so low. be able to take it soon. And again, denying Soul Point, buying themselves more time to get items under the belt of their carries.
And this fight would turn on its head if Pyosik could get the ultimate off. Lehen's dies.
This is so great from Zeka.
Really good enforcing the
He
bot
catches his ruler with the good cleanse, but they just catch out Lehens for this.
Doran here. They find
And that's good right there, but that's just not enough.
use the Lamb's respite if he could.
And then Chovy's just off fighting King and over here. He has to flash away from this though.
Pushes DRX's bot lane back to allow Chovy and the rest of GenG.
The rest of GenG are actually carrying this for Chovy right now.
We needed to see from GenG if they wanted to bring us to a game 5. They cannot hesitate on these cooldowns against this Braum or against this Kindred. And now they fish for the dive. King is trying to buy as much space as he can. The tower surely set to fall. Chovy now
Oh, King is gonna need a run for it right now. There's no help to actually come in for him, so GenG are gonna get an easy pick here.
coming through. King will fall. Doran on a killing spree.
Herald placed in mid. DRX are playing on 2 lanes here. They'll look for mid tier
Yep,
1 and top
DRX
tier 1.
mid and top. This is actually gonna be a trade in DRX's favor.
The Gragas, they get the tower.
Yeah, Zeka gets topside tower.
In terms of trading these,
Second charge here.
Zeka should get this top tower.
So that's gonna be 2.5 turrets
And that's the
for
power
DRX
of
for
Herald. It
1.
gives you a tempo cheat, you know, if you don't have a push in the lane or you're not confident enough to siege because they have wave clear, it's a cheat button to make sure that you can answer a cross map just like that from the side of GenG. Good kill though. And Doran on this Renekton sitting at 3-0 and 2. Incredibly strong in this mid game.
And look at the gold within touching distance as we crest 20 minutes.
Oh no, Lehens. Oh no. Good ult, but is it gonna be enough collapse? Chovy's arrived. Lehens is still alive. Ruler's sitting on the outside. He gets knocked up, but he's not in danger yet. And there's the knockout. Pyosik can't even get his ultimate off here. Now Zeka needs to flash away. GenG, they're in control. And that's just as the Baron spawns. Though I don't think they're gonna take it.
Is stopping Pyosik from getting the Lamb's respite. GenG's win condition in these fights is very clear. Get on top of the Kindred, lock him down before he
And blow him up before he puts the immortality zone out.
He's going to be the one to tank all the damage and probably fall in the fight, but allowing them to move forwards with the Lamb's respite down is what's helping GenG win these fights. And DRX didn't even have the damage to take down the supports of GenG in a 3v1. Zeka was a little bit far away. Pyosik couldn't get his full combo off, manages to get the E damage out. Beryl blocks out Ruler, but it's the stun again with the ult Fury. Pyosik can't do anything. He might possess this game or some kind of Mikhails.
And we very much see the role reversal from the previous game, where it was Ruler and Chovy trying to dish out all the damage to carry the team. This time around it is Deft and Pyosik, and if you cut that Kindred down, all of the damage falls with it. Yes, Zeka is building AP. Yes, he has a bit of burst, but it is not enough against so much sustain on the opposite side. Divine Sunder, the Renekton healing. It's hard to match. For DRX, the execution has to be clean from this point out because GenG have fought back. They've gotten out of the deficit. They have the lead, and their characters are stronger in the skirmish.
They are 1 minute 40 seconds on the Dragon. Baron's up. GenG have much better options in rushing down the Baron this time. Before they had Sylas and Varus, not so good on the rush, but Ryze and Xayah are. You can use the Ryze ult, push in mid waves to tier 1s or tier 2s, ult towards the Baron as 4 or 5. Buy yourselves an extra 5 to 10 seconds to rush it down. Alternatively, you can use it for a turn. We'll see what GenG opts into, but right now it's all about bot side control, saving Chovy, making sure he can push out these waves, making sure he's safe for when the dragon spawns in a minute's time to rush that one down, slowly stack up these dragons. Very even game right now. Slight gold lead to GenG, but DRX have that extra dragon in their back pocket.
And again, credit to GenG, keeping the mental up, even after a difficult early game in this one. They fought back here in the mid game, keep it within touching distance.
Ruler building towards 3 items. Will be the late game insurance for GenG. Doran will get them through the mid game. Chovy and Ruler will get them through the late game. Set up in their favor. DRX not enough vision to walk into this river just yet. They need to see resets. They need to see champions on waves. Atlanta supporting DRX right now. Supporting Deft and his mission. His long, long mission to get to that Worlds final.
And it's good to hear, even in the face of a team that was called by so many, myself included, the favorites for this series in GenG, the crowd still willing to rally behind names like DRX. You can understand why after the previous games, but here in the mid lane, Ruler trying to take control. Second item now completed for Deft, ready to fight back a bit more in this fight, but again, it's all sustained damage. They don't have the immediate reliable burst, and it's GenG moving in uncontested to take their second dragon of the game.
DRX don't have the vision to fight this, do they? They're just going to give it up. No real harm done. Evening up the dragons. They need more time for Deft to pick up a third item. They need more time to set up. Lehens has the flash, has to use it against the Chains of Corruption from Deft.
Bit of poke coming in the mid lane. GenG posturing, 4 members, 5 members coming into the area. Just in case DRX try anything tricky around the Baron. You know, you can feel the tension.
Yeah.
For GenG, it's all an elimination match every fight. Any misstep could be their last in the tournament. DRX rallying, holding on, fishing for these farm and opportunities to just scale more into the game.
Zeka forces Doran back. One mistake could cost you everything. For GenG, it could cost them a World Championship final. For DRX, it could...
What? Oh.
Chovy, did he just...
Yep.
Did he panic, or did he have smite on a spellbook or something?
I think fat finger on the flash, potentially. It is hard to say without watching the replay, but potentially a sign of nerves setting in. We look at Chovy so often as this player who is mechanical, methodical, almost robotic in the precision that he plays League of Legends with, but he talked about it in some of the videos. It's not that he's not afraid. He overcomes it to perform at the level he does, and you have to wonder if this pressure, this insurmountable, seemingly endless amount of pressure on this stage in front of a crowd that's so ready to cheer for DRX is getting to him as we get later and later into this series.
Yeah, it's hard to know, but it looks like it is. Down in CS a little bit right now, down a level, lost his flash, so DRX know that, and they're going to try to capitalize on it. Vision war continues around this top side for Baron. Both of these teams paying a lot of respect, don't want to overextend, want to make sure that they're taking high probability plays, but they can take a risk. DRX have good Baron rush. GenG similarly. Just need to get the vision out. They need to push either the opposing team back and then force them to come into you. That one ward, giving a lot of information over to GenG right now. What's the play? Peanut giving information to Lehens. Doesn't have flash. Push in from Doran on the bot side. 2 levels up onto Kingen, who has to group with his team. Gonna push in the next wave. Has the TP.
Kingen missing out on CS just to be around for that play. Does have the TP, as does Doran. But gonna give up a lot of CS and a lot of damage on that bot lane tier 2 tower. Just to posture, just to fish for a potential opportunity. And Doran really a monster in this game. 3-0-3. Last game was very difficult for the team overall, but he is showing up on this Renekton.
Yeah.
Really prioritizing his pieces and his key to success instead of the bot lane has now paid off for GenG.
And he will have Guardian Angel in the next base, you have to imagine. Will be a real pain for DRX to get down. They have the AD carries to kite back and deal a lot of damage, but if he can find that stun onto Pyosik again, GenG will win the fight. Pyosik
over the wall, Barrow to follow, immediately fishing for the opportunity, but he's still gonna get locked on the platform.
Oh boy. Oh, that's a catch. Peanut. Bye-bye. And that's Baron. Oh, that's Baron.
The jungle support strikes. The Baron is up. TP in from Doran. They haven't started it yet. They're baiting it. Realm Warp for Vision. DRX don't even start up the objective. They get a TP, they get an ultimate, they get a pick. Zeka knows Doran's up here.
But you know the pressure on them because the second he went down, Doran immediately TP'd. They can't afford to misstep. You see the pressure time and time again, but it is Zeka zoning, looking for an opportunity, trying to lock down the Renekton. Pyosik coming over the wall, ready to deal the damage. Concussive blows have marked him. Ignite has marked him, and there is no one here to protect him. It is Doran versus the world. It is Doran versus DRX, and DRX come out on top.
And they're capitalizing on GenG's
Yeah, this is
about
to nail it.
Doran TPing up there a little bit too early. Is now the time to start the Baron, I wonder. 2 items on Deft. Doran 30 seconds, no TP. Ward in the pit though, no pink down from DRX, so GenG have all the information they need. Ultimate coming up from Peanut soon. Zeka doesn't have the Predator up just yet, but he wants to zone them away. Don't forget about the Kindred ult, they could bait it once again.
Looking for that opportunity, locking Peanut out of the pit. It's getting lower and lower, there's no jungler, and it does
That's it. It's Baron. DRX is gonna take this. Peanut needs to get out of here. He's gonna ult.
But DRX have got what they came for. Zeka zoning, DRX eyes on the prize. They will take the objective.
And they are so close to booking their ticket to the world's final. 2 picks.
What's fascinating actually is that the gold is presently so close. Even with the 1500 Baron play, it's actually only like 200 gold difference.
To respond, Chovy swapped over to the smite. This could be their last stand.
And the gold, dead even. This game, skill versus skill. It is not about snowballing. It is not about beating the opposition with your wallet. Outplaying and outmaneuvering. Catching Peanut, taking the objective, setting their sights now on the dragon. And it looks like GenG know that this is not their time
Yeah.
to fight. Giving Soul Point away to
Was-
DRX, knowing they cannot afford to take this. Peanut perhaps can fish for the steal, but instead happy to just go back to his own safety of the jungle.
It's Ruler. Ruler versus the world now for GenG when he gets that Infinity Edge. 2 levels up on depth. Despite these picks, I think GenG's team fight is still incredibly strong. DRX need to respect it. They're playing 1-4 right now. Kingen doesn't have TP, but neither does Dora. And Ruler is showing on mid to catch the waves. When he gets that Infinity Edge, he will melt through the front line of DRX. But as of now, with this Baron buff, that's 1 tower. Can they find more?
Doing so well.
Nothing else is caught out here. Now comes the siege. Red buff secured for Pioshik.
They have to be fully confident when they
He is so powerful right now. 7 stacks.
into mid lane. Kingen pushing in.
What's his
already trying
attack
to get more
range at this
gold out of
point?
this Baron buff, already plus 2k on the Red Bull Baron power play. Looking for a bit more. This tier 2 surely will fall. The rest of his team now on the bottom side, playing across 2 lanes. Doing what they can with their range advantage, but respecting the potential for GenG.
There it is.
Here in bot lane.
GenG, do you have an option? Lens needs to find a like godlike engage here. Needs to be on Deft.
The siege. Proving absolutely
Deft goes down. Actually, it needs to be on Pioshik. Yeah, they need to maintain the strategy of actually just
for the win.
nailing down, locking up Pioshik, not letting him have a chance
They got the pot tier 1. Realm Warp from
to
Chovy
hold this out.
to help
Coming in,
defend.
back up. Will they commit for the fight? Lahen's ulti, the big sources of CC. Where will they go? Deft ready to disengage at a moment's notice. The taunt waiting in the darkness and the brush.
This is killing a good bit of time. This might actually be a good defensive. They need to push in this next wave. 27 seconds left. This Baron is not getting them as big of a gold lead
20 seconds away from that soul. They
to
want
deny any play,
They're gonna have to
any
base
counterplay
They
from
want to spend
GenG.
Kingen's ulti might be looking at it from over the wall. There's the ulti.
Doran. Oh, there's the catch. It's gonna be big damage onto him. Counter engage doesn't hit. It's gonna be a stun. Chovy actually gets out with the cleanse. They're gonna get this 1 turret and that's it.
GenG know better than to commit on that one. The recall is immediately coming out. DRX
So that's a 3.5 Baron power play. But they've only gotten themselves a 2k gold lead over GenG. This is still really close. This is still really close. First move on GenG right now. Do 3 items, 1, 2, 3 items. Yeah, barely any difference for the 80 carries. 3 by 3 for the mid laners. What's that? Be 3.5. I don't know what that 4th item is on Zeka. 2.5 versus a whole 2.
on a single player.
2.5, 3.
Not going anyone, you'd want it on the man who's lifted the trophy before, on the world champion. Ruler, no doubt.
This is Boots.
The most
Predator.
consistent. He did it in game 5.
And Zeka.
Lucian, the
Yeah, so
quad
the item spread is not that big. 3 items on Pioshik. There's the big item break.
GenG to a game
That's the big
5
difference between
here.
him and Peanut. Not to mention the 4 stacks and the range advantage.
To take a breath until that spawns. Neither
But yeah,
team
this is going to be on
will
Deft
look
and
for anything
Pioshik to
else.
carry this one
There's no
through.
objectives to play for,
And
there's no towers
Deft
to
is
take down.
doing the
There's only
much better for the
waves to
team
catch.
fight build.
2 minutes to discuss how you're going to fight this. GenG going to give some respect to DRX as they get the waves in and push into their jungle to get some vision. Chovy being very conscious not to get caught out on top wave. He's going to join his team and wait for the waves to crash so he can catch them. And 1 minute 40 seconds left. I think DRX will have the setup, of course. It's just whether GenG can find a way in, an avenue. Through mid it looks hard, but through bot with Doran's push, that might be their way to fight the dragon.
Keep your eyes on the vision. Flanking wards and teleports, perhaps the avenue to get into the back line of DRX to do what they did twice already this game and delete Pioshik instantly in the fight. Ruler only getting stronger. Similar story for Pioshik. 3 items for both teams' respective AD threats on the side of DRX. And I love this from Zeka. No tanky items. Here for full damage. That combo ready to take Ruler out at a moment's notice if he missteps.
Waves being pushed in, Chovy taking his final base before what you
Alright,
expect
1
to be
minute
the last
left.
team fight of the game. But there is
On
one play that
both.
DRX could do to catch GenG off guard, and looking at their vision,
Yeah,
they
GenG could go for the Baron.
They could bait a dragon start, then they could all go
Yeah.
towards the Nash and actually force that as GenG tried to
Chovy does reserve. Yeah.
to keep up with that kind of pace and that decision making. Chovy swapping over
Basically
to
with 7 stacks.
GenG need to get mid waves in so they can get information to work with.
What
30
do
seconds left.
the stacks
Coming out
give
of
for
base, Pioshik
Kindred?
and Zeka coming down towards mid. Both teams gonna get midwave in. Peanut face checking.
Oh no, Peanut. He's gonna have to try to ult out. Could be a decent heal onto him.
Heal now coming out. Chovy taking that one out. DRX looking to fight their way in. And you can tell the pressure, the arena so quiet as every single person
Where are
in your
the
race on the edge of their
stacks?
seat for this moment. Could be the defining moment of the game. 10 seconds left till the soul will spawn.
Deft is farming Raptors. They're going to go onto mid-wave here. DRX are going to go through mid. GenG are going to go through bot. Crab over to Peanuts. Movement speed in the fight might help them out.
Dragon has been started. They're not near the Baron. This is gonna be a fight until I run Drake. No flanks. 5v5. If this, yeah, this Orange Ocean Drake, if this soul goes over to DRX's hands, like GenG, like lose all their hopes.
Hit the dragon either side, looking to risk the 50-50. Why flip the coin on your future here at Worlds 2022?
What's the engage? This goes down to Lehens. Can he catch Piosik? Peanut? Trying to find something here. There he goes. They know he's too far away. They're trying to actually block him out here. They're trying to keep him away from this, and it's gonna be secured by Piosik. And now the fight breaks out, but that's a huge movement of bodies, and that's Lehens down. Doran's running for it, but already Peanut is dead. Chovy's off on the top side, and now Ruler is 9 feet deep here, taking on Kingen, and there's not much else to really be done here. Here comes Barrel, and this is... Oh, he's got it. Oh, he's got it. He's about to carry this out. There comes the ultimate from Zeka. Barrel with the master play here. Double kill secure, but now it's just Chovy against Piosik, Zeka, and Deft. And I think, are they going to go for the win here? They've got to go for the win here. 44 seconds on Ruler. This is it. This is it. DRX have outdone all expectations. Oh, no, they're going for Baron. They're going to just clear out and leave. They're just going to clear out and leave. They've got Zeka. Zeka's tanky enough for this. They've got their 280 carries. This Baron is secureable. Can they actually time this out with Kingen? 12 seconds left. Baron at half health. I think they're just going to take it cleanly. They're just going to wait for it. 2, 1. Let's go. That's how you do it. Full Baron power play for DRX. And now GenG are pinned. They are pinned so hard here. Baron with Ocean Soul. Great knock-up. And this ultimate, this King and ult here, just brought them all in. Chovy dodges it, but it puts Lehens into an impossible situation. Ruler does his level best here, and you really gotta appreciate this kiting.
It is clean team play and execution, and while GenG do what they can to fight back, while Ruler does what he can to fight back.
I love Barrel, just getting involved here.
Cannot find a greater victory. It is still clean play and a pleasure to watch. But
That's fantastic from Barrel.
GenG to turn this one.
And Barrel gets the last laugh as he kills the world champion and takes him down for the full ace. Frustration on the side of GenG, elation on the side of DRX. I don't even think the coaching staff can believe what they're seeing right now. They're watching their team climb.
This is so close. 4K gold lead, 5K gold lead. Oh, Ruler has been caught. Barrel is about to get cheeky here. It all comes out in Lehens. He's caught out. He's going to be isolated. He's done. He is so done. He's not even inside the Piosik circle. And now Zeka and Doran are on the far side, fooling around, but Zeka can just join when he pleases. There's a teleport in from Doran. But Zeka is on his way. Chovy, can he do anything here? Piosik has jumped himself over. He's going to start putting some damage down onto Doran. Here comes the shove. Here comes the pusher. This tower's going down. This is the last stand right here. Chovy, Ruler, they have to pull something out here right now. Here, Nexus turret under fire. It's solo. Zeka's already pulling out. Getting the mid one. Alright, now we're at a 5v5. Second inhib about to go down. You know, looking for his way in, but Zeka's going to push him out. There's going to be a hook in onto Zeka. Zeka goes golden, and now Doran's in the middle of him, but there's not much for him to do. He's just dead. Crocodile is down here. Ruler, Chovy. Chovy's gone. It's over. GenG, after all this, after a year, after a powerful summer looking like the strongest team in the world here, they will be undone by the 4th seed from Korea. DRX are going to the World's Finals. The Deft plot armor is real, and we will see you in the finals.